Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth is going to go down as one of the best-selling Magic the Gathering sets of all time. It has cards that are playable in a parade of formats. It's got a flavor that regular enthusiasts like you and I have fallen in love with, and people are still buying the boxes on TCG Player. But with all of this happening, there's one thing the popular set does not need, and it's the one thing that set is going to get, whether we like it or not. Let's talk about it. Lord of the Rings remains the most popular Magic the Gathering set that we have ever tracked sales data for, and still, to this day, regular enthusiasts like you and I are heading to TCG Player to pick up sealed product. That's one of the things we do here on this channel, is we track every single sold listing of sealed product for Magic the Gathering releases when it comes to sets like Lord of the Rings or Commander Masters or anything else coming up. Looking at you, Wilds of Eldraine. If something like that interests you, make sure you're subscribed. But Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth is about to undergo the most devastating thing a popular Magic the Gathering set can undergo. And that's right, it's essentially a reprint. Now today I want to take a look at the Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth on the secondary market, look at single prices and individual cards, how they affect the market and this reprint that we're going to see come holiday season, and I want to talk about the news that Lord of the Rings Draft Set and probably Commander are going to be getting more waves and hitting stores near you where you can continue to enjoy some of this product. I want to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and what that's going to look like in the future. But without further ado, let's talk right now about the secondary market and Lord of the Rings and why this is so important to the success of a set. What we have here is TCG Player Singles. That is a popular place where people who do not have a local game store where they can buy singles, or someone who doesn't frequent a local game store purchasing singles, can turn to buy the cards they need. And yes, I know on this channel we talk all the time about sealed product, and it is just often a better value proposition to just buy singles. When it comes to a set as popular as Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth, you would expect to see some of these single price card prices really come down hard in value, and often that is because, well, if it's a popular set, we're opening a ton of it and all the cards are ready to go. But we mentioned in the introduction, these cards are highly playable. As we scroll through a bit of this list, kind of getting away from the hyper expensive variants at the top of the list, we know that we see a ton of cards in what I call this beautiful butter zone, this amazing range of like $12 to $7 Magic the Gathering cards. And that range is extremely important because that range really feeds a large portion of our community. Most people who are looking to play fringe formats, play the sets for fun, or play the most popular format in Magic the Gathering, Commander, are going to turn to cards that fall into this price range, whether it's to get alternate arts for their decks, build new strategies, or try out different themes in Magic the Gathering and Commander. A lot of these cards make up an area where regular consumers like you and I are comfortable spending our money. And Magic the Gathering, to its credit, often does a great job in this kind of butter zone, in this price range. And Lord of the Rings does that and more. As we can see here, not only is there a lot of variance of cards in this price range, but there is a good number, a wide berth of cards that are available for people to get their hands on at an affordable price. And this makes Lord of the Rings an incredible set. It's one of the things that the game has and the set has going for it. There is high value chase, serialized cards, soul rings that you can get your hands on if you're looking to break the bank and find something extremely collectible. There's also playable cards that you are rewarded for opening these boxes, where you can either play them or get a decent little monetary value on the secondary market. Now, I will be going over Lord of the Rings EV using the popular and amazing Mox Alpha tool, something that I've been using a lot in channel membership videos. If you're interested in additional content or things like that, make sure you check out channel memberships. We have it right here. You get access to custom cool emojis, you get channel member badges, and we are trying to grow the channel membership program and build the second streaming platform. So if you're interested in content like that, where we look at maybe box EVs and go a little bit deeper and have a little more casual conversation about things like that, make sure you check out channel membership. But we say everything we've said so far to say this. Lord of the Rings has achieved a great balance, and it exists in a place where not only is the product selling, but regular enthusiasts like you and I are still happy to spend our money on it. And this now starts to concern me, because we enter a time where, as we approach the holiday season, we're seeing a couple things that are going to be coming to market. It's been rumored by several large players in the content creator space, not to name any names, but also several game stores, that there is another wave of Lord of the Rings set and draft boxes coming, and there's been conversations about Commander product being involved there as well. I don't want to confirm any of this, but like, that's the rumor, and let's just operate on that just for a second. If that ends up being the case, I believe we will see a lot of these cards on the secondary market continue to become more available. Now, we just discussed that's not going to do much for the value of some of these cards, but there will be a small hit, if not a significant hit, to at least a couple, if not more of a number of those cards because of this reprint, and that's going to come immediately before the big holiday release. Now, for those who have forgotten, because we're just enamored with Wilds of Eldraine and Doctor Who and all the other Commander sets coming out, Lord of the Rings is going to get a special holiday release. We were actually previewed a couple of the cards during one of the Wizards of the Coast panels, some crazy psychedelic Lord of the Rings card, which I saw them going in a direction. I did not see them going in that direction. Maybe that's a conversation for another video, but this special edition release is going to ask consumers to take something that we have enjoyed a great deal and say, spend a good amount of your money on it again. Now, if they could be going about this in any given way, this is probably the best way, as this release will only have collector boxes and the scene bundles where you can get popular scenes from Lord of the Rings and that world and those legendary battles and those moments on Magic the Gathering cards, display them in binders or on shelves, and the community, much to not my surprise, but much to something I expected, have really taken to that. Heck, I said when we started talking about Lord of the Rings, I really think people are going to take to this more than we thought originally, and they really have. You check out the price of those scene cards and look at any social media platform where you talk Magic the Gathering, people are sharing those scenes and sharing how proud they are to be a part of them. And heck, if you're on those social media platforms, share this video on there, because that's how we help grow the community as we race to 6,500 subs. But I say all that to say, given a reprint and giving more of these cards to the market and asking us to really dig into our love for the set and spend money on it again is something that I don't know if it's going to go over well. I actually see us being willing to go back to the draft box, back to the set box, buy those again, experience playing Lord of the Rings, experience cracking some packs and getting some of our fan favorite cards into our hand, more than I see us going to the special edition collector product. So the collector product is something I am a little bit concerned about. I will be tracking that data, and I think the scene bundles are going to be a lot of fun. It's yet to be seen if we will continue buying those bundles just for the scene cards, if without the One Ring we'll be able to justify spending that money on them just to get those in our collection. It's going to be very interesting, but let me know what you think about the re-release and the reprint of Lord of the Rings. Now again, this is not reprint drama. We always knew. I have speculated since the start of this product that it would be readily available on shelves for some time. The next wave of this product is doing just that. So I don't want to go off into, oh my god, it's reprinting, everything is over. That is not where we're at. But I do want to hear your thoughts on the matter as a consumer, just like me. We don't own game stores. How do you feel about this product? How do you feel about it coming back to market? And is the holiday release something you're interested in? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for hanging out today. If you checked out channel memberships, you click that join button just to see what it was all about. I appreciate you more than you can imagine. If you are just watching this video, you do so much for this channel. I couldn't do it without you. Thank you all out there. Till next time, you guys know me. My name is Josh, and I will see you around. Goodbye.